as I went through the process of dealing with the aftermath of an accident like that, I learned something that's something all of you know. And that is that our lives are not defined by how we are challenged. Instead, our lives are defined by how we respond to those challenges. You understand that as well as anyone, because you have lived that. You have faced challenges that are truly monumental. I know from visiting with many people here tonight that many of you are first-generation Americans, which means that you made a decision to leave the nation of your birth and immigrate to this country. That's a huge challenge, just to make that decision, but to go through the process of uprooting yourself, your family, and moving to a different location, learning the customs, ways, and laws of that new location. Others of you have been here, or your family has been here for several generations, but all of you are involved or are related to or friends of someone involved in the retailing industry. And we talk about the challenges of what you have to deal with every single day. Those are huge and monumental. But you've overcome those challenges, and you've done it by tapping into a truly special entrepreneurial spirit, by pursuing your dreams, by working hard and persevering over the challenges you face. So I wanted to be here tonight to let you know how proud I am of you, of what you've done, and what you're contributing to the state of Texas as entrepreneurs, as businessmen and women, and as members of the Greater Houston Retailers Association. Your part, you are a meaningful part of the Texas success story, part of the economic engine that has helped Texas be ranked #1. Texas is proudly ranked as the best state to do business of all of America. More Fortune 500 companies call Texas home than any other state. And this last year, Texas created more jobs than all the other 49 states put together. Newsweek recently listed the 10 American cities best situated for the economic recovery. And 4 of those top 10 cities were here in Texas, and Houston is one of them. And what Newsweek had to say about it is important. Newsweek said that Texas has become #1 destination for job-seeking Americans because of its strong spirit of entrepreneurship. Newsweek was talking about you and the spirit that you bring to the economic and business equation here in the greater Houston area and across the state of Texas. Now, you may have also seen information that came out this last week. It's information about the American census. Every decade, the United States of America undertakes a new census to count the number of people who live everywhere across the country. And the stats that came out for this are very interesting because Texas, during this past decade, gained more population than any other state in the United States, adding more than 4 million people over the past decade, many of them right here in the greater Houston area. This shows that the label Texan continues to be the most desired title across America. Now, there are reasons for this growth, and there are reasons for Texas #1 ranking. People go to where the opportunities are, and the opportunities are right here in the state of Texas. One reason why opportunities are so abundant in Texas is because in Texas we insist that government intrude less into your lives. We understand We understand that the future of Texas is centered not on the expansion of government, but in the hopes, the dreams, and the sweat of the businessmen and women who are the engine behind the economy in Texas. And our formula for this is very simple. In Texas, we focus on 4 things and try to do them very well. 1, we understand in Texas, we cannot tax our way to prosperity. In Texas, we want you to keep more of your hard-earned income. That's why we don't have an income tax in Texas, and we're going to keep it that way. We also understand what unreasonable regulations can do to a business environment. So we strive to have regulations that remain reasonable. We understand what's happened in some other states. Look at just one example, and that is how businesses are fleeing the over-regulated state of California, coming to the state of Texas, where they know that it is more reasonable to do business here. Regulations are job killers, not job creators. And we're committed to reducing the regulatory red tape so you can spend more time on your business and your customer relations. The third thing that we focus on is that we have reformed the litigation system in the state of Texas. Abusive lawsuits and extortion settlements can destroy a family business. The Wall Street Journal recently recognized that Texas has transformed its litigation system from one of the worst in the country to one of the very best in the country. And the results speak for themselves. Businesses that once were fleeing the state of Texas because of the litigation system are now knocking on the door of the state of Texas, coming back into the state, choosing the state of Texas to do business in because of the legal system and because of the rule of law that we have insisted upon. The fourth thing about Texas that makes it different is that Texas is a right-to-work state. What that means is that employees cannot be forced to join a union in order to work, and cannot be forced to pay union dues as a prior condition to employment. That makes Texas different from what you're seeing go on in Wisconsin and some of those other states right now, when you see such troubles going on between the state and the unions. What the right-to-work laws in the state of Texas ensure is that it prevents the union abuses that we see in those other states, practices that are bankrupting those states and are hampering growth and innovation. So to sum it up, the Texas philosophy: we minimize government involvement in your lives so that you can maximize the return on your businesses. In return, Texas continues to be a magnet for more businesses to relocate here, and as a result,